So that means the first speed has 1 note per beat, second will be double of that, that means 2 notes. Third speed will be having 4 notes, which is double of the second speed. So fourth speed will have 8 notes per beat. That means the first speed has to be 8 times as slow as the fourth one. So if that's a comfortable tempo, then half of that like that. Half of that. So then first will be like that. Okay? And when you are singing this, even though you are singing in the first speed, mentally you should split it into whatever the highest speed is, even when you are singing first speed or second speed. Which means, if you want to sing the Sarali Varisai in 4 speeds, from the first speed you have to be having that 4th speed tempo in your mind. That means that 8 notes per beat you should be having even when you sing first speed. This is a very important factor that a lot of people might miss out. If they don't split that exactly, they cannot double precisely. So that means that tempo you should still be having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or if you want to call it in musical terms, like that. We sang all this generally with the characteristic features of Maya Molagula, which means that you are oscillating the Re and sometimes the Ga, Da, Ni. All these were given minute oscillations. But these have to be done after the introductory things, where you are also given a lot of training in the plain notes. Now, just for the sake of it, you should also be able to sing the same Sarali Varisai without the Gamakam also, if you want to sing only plain notes. So let's try to sing that just as plain notes, just for understanding how it goes. So now let's look at one more example of Sarali Varisai, the third one, which gives training in the third note, that is Ga. Sari ga sari ga sari sari ga ma pada ni sa sani da sani da sani sani da pa ma ga re sa. So before we render it, we should actually be able to recite it like this. Otherwise you'll only be looking at the book all the time and then sari ga sa. Then what happened? Oh, sari ga sa. What happened to that sa? Then we'll be confused about it. So we have to be clear about the structure of each one of these. Second one, sari 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 gama pada ni sa. Fourth one, sari gama pada ni sa. Fifth one, sari gama pa sari gama. What is the sari gama pa? Sari gama pa sari. There is a pass over there. So sari gama pa ga 1 karo you have to give there. So even when we say it, we have to say it with that correct karve. So like that, unless the student is familiar with the structure of each one of the sequences, we will always be referring to the book. And if the referring to the book starts happening from the stage of Sarali Varisai, then it will never go even in Kritis, Varnams and other compositions. So in other words, we should be familiar with the lyrics of even compositions when we actually render them. So these are all small steps which can go a long way in making a difference in the quality of rendition. Because when we are visually looking at something else, our brain is actually distracted, it's divided. We are looking and we are also trying to sing in tune. If we don't look, then entire energy can be spent in orally singing it better. So teachers should also make sure that they emphasize on these kind of aspects, and students should apply the self-correcting mechanism right from day one.